Sammy?
Yes, I'm looking for the presentation in a short while.
As Sammy displays the screen, we can continue.
Yeah, let's continue.
Here we'll be looking at technologies in remote learning. And as we said yesterday, when we come to the assistive devices, whereby we have learners with special need in mind. And we'll be seeking to achieve the following objectives or outcomes. One, we will try to identify appropriate assistive technologies of different types of special needs and disabilities in remote learning, which we'll see when in our next presentation, where we'll be looking at how best we can present and prepare remote lessons. So also on the attitude, we shall look at we should be in a position to appreciate the use of appropriate assistive technologies of different types of special needs and disabilities with remote learning. And maybe we can start by a KWL, where we can share this discussion and what you know about assistive technology. Yeah, thank you for Nasami. What do you know about assistive technology? Maybe through the chat you can get, or you place your hand. I can call up you to participate.
Remote learning.
Okay.
Feel at home.
Yes, Frederick.
Hebu pia Geshai kuna brief. Sidhani anajua.
Nobody to give us an idea one has on the assistive technology. So next thing would be now, after you have answered that, is what you'd like to learn on assistive technology. This is food for thought. When we come to the categories of learners with special needs, despite that we have we have those hearing impairment, among others. So I would like to get again suggestions on when you come to the writing, assuming that writing is our instructional area, which are the common things that we use when writing, and I am sure that you are using the same even as we present.
Chat. Natumia chat.
Hello, are you able to hear me? Chatty.
Jacob.
Yes, doctor. Your hand is up. Dorcas.
Remove my chats. Hi.
Doctors, we need someone to guide us on some of the common standard tools that we use when writing. Maybe I can give an example. One is the computers with word processing. In a classroom situation, when you are teaching your learners, what are the common things that they use in note taking? Because that is part of the writing we are talking about. Yes, Nicholas.
Biro pens.
Good. C30.
You can use WhatsApp.
Can use a WhatsApp.
You write.
Sorry?
A piece of paper.
Good. What about when it comes to
a mobile phone and a tablet?
Pencil.
Projector.
A note taker.
TV.
mpaka TV.
Yes, we are back there. Great. That is what we shall be looking at. But when we were saying the question on what else we'd like to know, now we can see there is a gap there that we need to fill on the technology. Can offer solution now. When we come to spelling, we have the flashcards. You can use the dictionary, use the computer. And when we have the assistive technology, you'll see what is relevant. When we come to the listening, the oral communication, among others, that's what the session will seek to address. When we come to the learner with the assistive devices for learners with visual impairment, I hope Bona Sitati, you are still trying. I can see that is Bona Sami. Sami?
Yes.
I hope you are still trying to give us the display.
Yes, there are some members with their videos on. Lawrence, Wambogo, just for Wambogo, they can. Yeah, thank you.
So when we come to the assistive devices for learners with visual impairment, we have the screen readers. We have screen magnifiers for those with the impairment, so that the letters can be magnified. We have reflectable braille displays, braille translation software, note taker, the mobile devices, cognition software, among others. So these are some of the assistive devices that we need to use for learners with the visual impairment. When we come to the learners with hearing impairment, some of the assistive technologies that we can use include closed captioning and eye communicator. Learners with the autism, we know that with the learners without autism.
Mr. Joy,
Yes, please.
can you see my screen now?
Good. I'm really good care of my body.
Good care hii date yote.
Hiyo acha nikule hiyo
Be serious. Umenipatia kazi yote.
nakunywa tu sija.
Hidden.
It's
So
okay.
Sami, it
I have
is
shared,
hidden,
I hope,
but
I have shared, I hope you can see. I don't know
yeah,
the
but now
members.
you can minimize so that
can
they are able to see what is there.
I minimize it.
It's very clear that way. It's clear.
It's clear.
It's very clear that way.
Okay, stop. So, Mr. Joy,
The screen is now clear, but we have not the presenter.
Thank you for that alert. Thank you for the alert. So learners with the intellectual, there should not be abilities that are disabilities, intellectual disabilities. We find that these people need to use or to be provided with technologies such as mobile devices or tablets, iPad, and one predictor software, and this is whereby once they utter just one, we shall see, they will be able to get or to select what they need. We have the text-to-speech software. Yesterday we were taken through the Office 365. You find that it has several of the leaders that can be used. We have the screen readers, the speech recognition software, among others. So, in short, what we are saying is that these learners with the special needs have not been left out. And in the process of teaching the regular learners, we just need to ensure that we also address issues to do with learners with special needs. And so we can say about active devices, and much of it on its application will be appreciated when we come to our next presentation on preparation for a remote lesson. So, Wanasami,
Yes, sir.
need to give us that presentation on preparation for a remote lesson. Those with the manual, you need to turn to page number 63 of our manual.
Hiyo manual iko wapi?
So I want us to discuss or to go through page 63 of manual. And if the presentation is not there, you can allow me share through the wall, through the chat. Just a minute. Hello? Buenas tardes.
Yes, I'm going there.
Okay, okay.
Enter.
Mr. Joel, can you sit now? Mr. Joel.
Hello, buenas tardes.
That is, I've shared it. I hope you can see it.
Maybe participants can confirm.
The applicant is
Very
very
clear.
for remote learning.
Yes, it is available.
It's very clear. Yeah.
Thank you. But having about now, let us unmute.
Available. Available.
Yeah, it is really available.
We shall be explained by Madam for this presentation. A group in our various groups. Then we shall share in our county forum that will be given. So I think that should be moved. You can mute all, then I will unmute myself. Mute all, then I will mute myself. Madam Agnes.
Bwana Joel.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Good. Thank you, member. Thank you. Since after this presentation, we'll be expected to move to our respective groupings that will be shared by Madam Agnes. And therefore, we will be discussing on how to prepare a remote lesson, which each one of us will still be expected to make one. We know that in lesson plan, if we can brainstorm, you raise your hand so you can participate. What are some of the key components that you expect to see in a lesson plan? Key components that we expect to see in a lesson plan? Yes, John Silla. And immediate yourself and respond, John. Mushangi. Joyce Maina. Dorcas, you can mute yourself and respond, please. Yes, who is responding? Key components of a lesson plan?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Okay, this is it. The key components, we have the date, the lesson, number of lessons. The time.
Thank you. The time is there.
And then the topic. The topic.
Laptop. Yes.
Yeah, and you can also indicate the objective that you want to achieve by the end of that lesson.
The only unfortunate thing you are using the word can, as if it is optional. Is it really optional to have
it is not. And it's good to write the objectives.
Good. Thank you.
Require is the comment side of what you will have achieved.
Good. The end of the presentation and the comment. That's
Yes.
what are you see? What play on the screen?
Yes, you can see
Yes, we
the lesson plan.
Tell me what is in that displayed lesson plan compared with our regular lesson plan. Is there anything different?
A difference because the learning outcomes are indicated before the lesson was taught.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a good option. And now outcomes are indicated before the lesson is taught. Good. Other options. Good. Yes. Any other member? Don? Doris. Semua huyo ni Doris amejibu. Joyce Maina. Those who raise their hands and they are not responding, maybe we can request them to lower. Yes, Eunice. Unmute yourself and respond. Hello, members.
Hello.
Yeah.
You need
That's okay.
What about the team credit question? Do you have
No.
no, what about down there?
No, there are a lot of people in lesson development.
Some details.
Yes, which
This
is
is a
not,
very detailed lesson.
which is not like the other.
I think it is overly detailed.
Yeah.
Listen.
We want to move up when we come now to the support. So remember, now mute your mic so that we can now be able to return together. One thing you'll notice is that this kind of a lesson plan is based on the CBC. And somebody give what CBC represents. What does the CBC stand for?
Competency-based curriculum.
Yeah,
Competency-based curriculum.
And we find that just as an overview,
competence-based curriculum.
that's very good. This is where you find that when we come now to the organizational of basic education, it is age-based, whereby we have the early years education, the middle school education, and the senior school through tertiary and the university. In the early years, we have two categories or two levels: the pre-primary, which is CP1 and CP2, then lower primary, which is grade 1, 2, and 3. We have upper primary in the middle school education, which goes from grade 4 to grade 6. Then we have grade 7, 8, and 9, the lower secondary. From there, the students are expected now to take their part, the art, sports, science. There are them who will pursue on the science, the social science. There are those who will move on the STEM, and now from there they can now further to the tertiary training, where we are talking of now the university. So in line with this, you find that the CBC again is pegged at 3 pillars. And this, we also find that there are the values, that there are values, we have the core competencies, and we have the PCI. Therefore, when we'll be going through, we'll be able now to see some of these core competencies. We know that pillars that are mentioned normally that is the value, have the guiding principles and the theoretical approaches. Remember, if you want to get all these, you just need to go to the TS website, go to the download, and retrieve the curriculum, or even to the KICD website. The core competencies are 7. One is the communication and collaboration. In this case, we find that learners can be able to express themselves. They are grateful, they are responsible, and they are team players, and they are also patient. Because for you to be able to collaborate with each other, one must practice the aspect of being patient. The next core competence is the critical thinking and problem solving. This kind of learners are inquisitive, they are reflective, analytical, curious, and the problem solver. In the course of our presentation, we can be able now to measure from the presenters and from the presenters whether we have acquired these competencies as teachers, so that we can be able to pass the same to our learners.
Yes.
And one is the creativity and imagination. This category of learners are dynamic, they are creative, appreciative, imaginative, experimental,
for him, maybe later.
The ideas and the reality, and therefore it's always good that our is to facilitate learning, and we let the learners now maneuver in this. We have the aspect of citizenship, the digital literacy. The digital literacy here, these learners are innovative and creative, they are communicative, problem solver, and analytical. One way that people feel that the learner has acquired this is the ability to ethically use the digital media for learning and personal development. The sixth core competence is learning to learn, and I want to believe that it is a continuous thing, because even in our process and of our training, we have also learned things that we were not aware. Yesterday, people really confessed about the Kahoot and the Mentimeter. So under this, these learners are reflective, they are skillful, resourceful, motivated, experimental. They are able to organize, effectively manage individual learning and growth. And this is whereby we find that the kind of participants we have are people whom we can say that they have the functions of learning to learn, which we can take from the rest. The lack of competence is on self-efficacy. These kind of learners are self-aware. When we talk of the self-efficacy, is more of being assertive, being sure, and these kind of learners are self-directed. Illiterate, goal-oriented, self-reliant, and committed. When we come to the values, we have 6 core values, and what do you understand by the term values? What are values? What are values? What are values? Somebody else got it?
Itu apa?
Okay, the values here, we can say that these are standards that guide an individual on how to respond or to behave in a given circumstance. And we can really assess that we have acquired these values as the participants, because even with the hints that we have encountered in the course of our presentation, there is a different way that different members have been behaving, and that tells you the kind of values that one has acquired. In this, you find that they also have various influence. The values influence how we feel, act, and make decisions. They include the value of love, responsibility, respect, leadership, social justice, and integrity. One thing we need to know is that nor are they meant for placement, but they are meant for life. Values are for life, and therefore, even as we continue guiding our learners, we still need to inculcate these values in them. We need to inculcate the values in these learners. Then when we come to the PCIs, we say that PCIs are they are the pertinent contemporary issues, which we use to refer to them as the emerging issues. And if I may ask, what are some of the emerging issues in our schools that we are referring to as the PCIs? Which we know that they keep on changing. And many times these are things that may affect our learners, and if they are not sensitive, not. Yes, Sarah, your hand up. Watson?
We don't have a screen. The first screen.
Okay, but Nathalie will be addressing that. Maybe you can respond now to my oral questions on what you understand by what are PCIs. One what are
Pandemics. COVID-19.
COVID-19, very good example. Any other? Any other? Can we still remind?
Hello? Development of network, e.g. 5G, that was launched sometimes hard.
Whenever you that in the course of teaching and the content delivery, then as instructors, you also to always ask yourself the kind of education that you're going to give this learner. What values do you want to see in the learners? What competencies are they going to acquire? What PCIs? Because when we come to the learning, learners need to be empowered so that they can be able to overcome their day-to-day challenges. And a good example is what we have talked about, the COVID-19 issues of HIV and AIDS, the lifestyle diseases, personal hygiene, the communicable and chronic diseases, among others. They should also come in. So having said that, I want now to believe that we are together on some of the things, so that we mention about the core competence, the values, and the PCI in the process of our lesson will not be lost. So now we can proceed with the discussion. questions? Yes, Bonasami? Bonasami?
I was looking for the
Stop, we have to the screen.
Yes, it's like that.
Yeah, we what the first is what
I'm saying,
yeah.
yeah, they were looking for the screen, looking for the presentation you are using. You can just
What you need to display
yes.
article left corner.
Sorry?
Already
Pressing.
Bonasami?
Yes, sir.
The screen that you had present, you had displayed the one that you've been said to do. The preparation for remote session.
The lesson plan, eh?
Yeah, the lesson plan.
Okay, fine.
It's the same presentation that I'm making. Huh? Hello?
Sorry, I got it. I'm saying
Yeah.
I
Go back to
present the lesson. The
yeah,
lesson.
after that.
Yeah.
Start.
It's okay.
So what I was doing was an overview because you know that in secondary school we may not be very conversant with the ETV, and that's why I thought that
kuna kijana alikuwa
some
nakutafuta.
lines when we come to
I think ni
the pillars, we say that we have 3 pillars, we have 7 competencies, we have pillars, and the PCI. We have said that these are imagination. So, one thing we need to agree is that I say that the lesson is so detailed. We are still going to use this format that we have here, and using the same sample of grade 5. I've explained that much of the content that we are seeing is because it's CBC based. So the strand, nowadays in CBC we are referring to the topic as the strand and the subtopic as the sub-strand. So our strand is resources and economic activities. Our sub-strand is world and policy. When we come to the learning outcome, if you can hear me, kindly raise your hand, because there is something that was raised about, a concern that was raised about the learning outcome. Only one person, Manasseh, is with us. 5, 13, 17, 20. That's a good number. Now we can lower our hearts. When we come to the learning outcome or the learning outcomes, this is a term that is being used at the CBC, which in our regular schools we refer to it as objectives, the lesson objectives. So, having understood that, then you agree with me that the lesson outcome is appearing in its rightful position. So, running outcome in CBC, we do not talk of objectives. We talk of the specific learning outcome. And this is what the learner is expected to do. Again, many times is when we are at this stage, allow me to use that one when we come to lesson planning, because we find that some of the teachers only use a simple statement, but it is good to take into account that whenever we develop a lesson we should have the individual learner in mind. So that's why we say that by the end of the lesson, the learner and not the learners should be able to. When we come today, we know that there are 3 domains of learning. So you must always, within the 40 minutes, always as a teacher, as a good teacher, as a good instructor, always focus to ensure that your learners can be in a position to achieve the 3 domains of learning, which one is the aspect of knowledge, we have the skill, and we have the attitude. For us to be able to plan for the 3, on the achievement of the 3, we need to know that every learning outcome must have a verb. And we know that the verb is a doing one. This one illustrates what action learners need to engage in to demonstrate their competency. Remember, the aspect of competency is having the ability to apply the acquired knowledge. So we should not produce learners who have a lot of knowledge, but they are not in a position to apply that knowledge. A good example is our country. We find that in our country we have so many engineers, but, and I use now the small letters as I say this, we have so many people coming from other countries to construct our own roads, yet we have engineers. And maybe few of our engineers who have been given the responsibility to oversee the construction of those 4 buildings, we find that we decide to collapse. So where is the gap? Or what are we missing as a country? And that's why there was need for this case from the 844 to the CBC, so that we always emphasize that learners are given room to actualize the knowledge we have acquired. So let us ensure that we have an actor, that is the verb, in our learning outcome. The other one, and this action could demonstrate a change at the level of knowledge, a skill, or an attitude, which consider the verb is not the objective, or rather the learning outcome to pick up for that. The other thing is that every outcome, learning outcome, which we are referring to as the objective, should also have an object. This one, the object answers the question what. It answers the question what. Then we have the third part that should be captured in our learning outcome, which is the context. Every learning outcome should have a context. And this is this one now, it answers the question why, where, how, and when. So, and that should be the order. We need now to note that in every learning outcome, we need to have an action verb followed by an object of the verb, followed by a phrase that gives the context. Using the examples that we have there, for question now, identify tourist attractions in Kenya. Identify tourist attractions in Kenya. If we can get one of the participants to guide us on from that given outcome, learning outcome, which one is the verb, which one is the object, and which one stands for the context. Remember, you said the verb is that what the learner is supposed to do, or is expected to do. Yeah? Nyosha mikono, jibu. Everybody, are we together? Show up your hand to prove that I'm not talking to myself. Good, Anthony. 28 of us are there. Let's get somebody. Anthony, if you can help us to get the verb in that learning outcome. Anthony? Remember, every adult answer is always correct. Let's prove the other way.
Maybe I can try.
Good.
Identify is the action.
Good. Identify the that object answers the question first. So, what are the learners to identify?
The object is tourist attractions.
Wildlife.
Yeah, it's the tourist attraction because that's the area of the water, right? But they are trying to analyze the statements of so it is a tourist attraction. Thank you. And then that thing is the context.
Kenya.
Which answers the question why, where, how, and when.
Kenya in the context. Kenya.
Good. That's very good. So during your free time, now very fast, let us see the second one. Can somebody really collapse the second learning outcome?
On the map.
Kwani ziko wapi hizo? Those outcomes.
Label on the map where the main tourist attraction sites are in Kenya.
Good. Which is now the map there?
Label.
Good. Object.
Object is a map.
Main attraction sites.
Yeah. Because the question is better.
Main attraction sites.
Main attraction sites as the object.
Then the context.
Kenya.
Good. We go now to the next item, which is have in our lesson plan, which is the
appreciate tourist attraction sites in Kenya.
Question.
Yeah, down the teen query.
Why?
Why do tourists come to Kenya? One thing we need to know is that the key inquiry question is questions that are meant to make the learner have the answer.
Sasa nikifunga na naniti anaingia na nini yake ongeke sitaweza.
Then we have the of learning.
Ndio na maana nasikia mjibu najiuliza ni nini.
Learning. You need to tell us that you planning for electrically. Where will the second take place? Now we need to be in the field, to be in the class environment. Right? Eric Ogora, you have some. Alex Ogora, Peggy, you have something for us? Maybe your hand. Introduction. Introduction here, the minutes that have to stipulated just a guide, but now it's on the teacher how many minutes you need to use for your 40 lesson. You can suggest how many hours. And during the introduction, you need to come up with activities that will keep the learners connected to each other and also connected to you as a teacher. So always let us take care of that. We ensure that the learners are also connected, they are very attentive, and therefore we need always to suggest an activity that they could be engaged in. And as that, also need also to have those visual learners, the visual impaired, the hearing impairment. We also need to put them in consideration. And that's why the person who was saying that we do not like the role of about learners when in a lesson plan, that's why we think that it was an oversight. It should always be there, so that in case you are looking for material, you'll be able to know and to ensure that the learning materials are adequate for your learner. After the introduction, you now come to the actual. You come now to the lesson development. We are actually taking through the session activity, and we have been told that this is an activity whereby all learners are engaged at the same time. The learner, they are presented content at the same time. So in this case now, we say that we need to ensure that we capture again the learners' attention so that they can all be able to learn together. And this is when I, as a teacher, need to have a teaching aid with you. This is one of our gaps that we normally have in our high school preparation of our teaching. Many times we don't see that to have any importance to the learner. It's not good, and that's why I stop for the remote lesson. So the remote lesson, we are not going to follow what we were taken through by Robert and the convention, so that we can come up with and learners can look at, we can talk and be able to do feedback online. The second step, so the third given there will be determined by the kind of activity you have as a teacher. So these are just samples that you need to have the time with that. The second step is whereby I will see that the learners are categorized according to their grouping virtual. Whereby learners virtually in the breakout room and collaborative Google documents, label, they will be there. You go to the Google classes, after this we'll pick up our breakout room where be able to do the activity alone. But before then, I would request Robert to come in and remind us about the food because it was a request of the participants. But as they go their breakup, to be able to use that way of food, the Mentimeter, trying to get learner feedback, and then the kids giving the feedback. Step number 3 is learners are engaged in their discussion on the diversity of tourist attraction sites in Kenya. By now, from their feedback, now you are again bring them on board, try now to display the different feedback that is given, and then whereby so the aspect of learning. And lastly, for the conclusion, whereby need what is level mastery of the control so that you will now write up all the observation and the reflection. So the reflection is whereby you write what the learners were able to achieve. Many a times we are used for as a others we just put a click, others we just sign, but we need to ensure that the reflection part is descriptive so that it can be measurable. So that in case you happen to be absent, whether you are remote lesson, I don't think about the given plan for access bless the up the experience. Recap the next thing is extended learning is whereby you want to give more work so that learners can continue mastering the required knowledge, the attitude and the value, even the absence of the instructor. And in spite that this one has no time limit, that's why we them the homework, the assignment. Nowadays we cannot divide homework for training, but we are extended. Again, as for that, we need also to have the learner gender symbol to show in that activity which using the given platform and the use of images, videos, and other things. The various also comes in of respect because you need to take time as they do the presentation. The aspect of the PCI they will also be empowered how to manage the upcoming issues, the issues that they are encountering. This is where we are told that this one will be realized and we find out from parents, guardians, and elders about how to use the platform to communicate and also in the decision of the image. So this is where we are talking about mental engagement and empowerment. Remember we are saying that parents are now at the center point of the learning of the learning. The parents say that they have that. We need to power them by engaging the learner through the learner. I think the learner will come in. Then and also guide them on any other material that they can use within their free time to search for more. That brings us to the end of that. I want to break that are now empowered and come up with the attitude lesson plan. For just 15 minutes then we break to our sub room. God bless you. Thank you for appreciating. I can see people have appreciated the presentation. Let me try to teach on Robert. Ravi. Yes, Veronica, you have a question? Yes. Please. Veronica, you have a question?
Hold on, honey. I don't have my hand. Please.
We are looking you, Madam Veronica.
I lowered my hand. I didn't want to ask a question directly.
Okay. If you have a question, if you wait for Robert to appear.
And sir.
Any teacher from Nyeri High, you can try. You can assist us to reach Robert. Francisca, you are saying something? Francisca, how can I help you?
Time ago, I've tried to lower it to be diffused.
Okay, don't mind. You might keep on pressing on them. Bwana George, your hand is up.
Yes. We are appreciating for the presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Kama mkumane yulu panasa na fulani kika
There you are.
Remember, when Robert is trying to connect, let's just give him 5 minutes, and I can also use the same time give you the assignments or the expectation of the group. One, after when Robert is done, we shall break to our breakout room for discussion and coming up with a remote lesson. We shall use 2 links. One of the links, that's what I'm trying to inform. Yeah, I have 2 links. One of the links is used by Madela East and Madela West, Nyeri South, and Mukurweini. So it is good that when it comes to break-up room, we will know where we belong. So the Madela East and West, the Nyeri South, and Mukurweini will be in one cluster. Then the second cluster we shall have Nyeri Central, Central, then East and West. They took now another link. So that one will be guided by Madam. So once we move to our groups, it will be expected that we identify the group leader, also identify the group secretary, who will now guide the left. the discussion of how to come up with the lesson. That lunch will have the presentation of the theme, and after this time,
lakini hii si ni ya Madeira.
their own. That now you so after the presentation, we shall have room for critiquing or read. Attention, have you managed to log in?
Not yet.
Jonathan, I just put up some links on the screen, please, so that they can have maybe they can do screenshots or something.
Madam, so members, be observant. There are some links that will be displayed by Madam Ake. Those are the links that we shall use after Rob has taken us through the Kahoot, so that in our respective groups we will now be able to discuss or to develop a remote lesson plan. A remote lesson, not a lesson plan. You may have a lesson without a lesson, so it's a 2-in-1.
Kindly, why can't you put that link to the chat?
That is Bwana Eric. It will be done.
Nisitati.
Madam Agnes.
Think.
Or it can be sent to representatives of the sub-county.
Day 2.
Yeah, we shall use all those methods. Apply all those methods. Wanna study? Wanna join? Yes, Mr. How can we help you?
Sorry about that. Are you able to see my screen?
No.
No.
What about now?
It's coming, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the link for the first group. That's all Madeira. That's all members, could you mute your mics?
Not yet.
Can't see you.
That's my screen.
I can see now.
Yes, I can't see you.
See the screen. Inaonekana iko sawa.
Okay, so that's for the first group. If you're in any of these sub-counties, Madeira, Nyeri South, and Mukurweni, this is the link you'll use. You can do a screenshot. Okay.
Hi.
And then, pardon? Yes.
Members are also requesting that we share the thing via the chat box.
Okay, we will do that. So if they can do a screenshot from here, they can do it, and then we'll put it also in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
That's okay with you. Okay. So this is for the first group. The second group comprises of mics are not muted. When you reset to your mics, when you hear your discussions. All right. So for Nyeri Central, day2, Kieni East and West, this is the link you use. And it says substitute teachers in this group. Eh? That's in the background. Okay, so if you're from these sub-counties, please note that Nyeri Central, day2, and all Kieni instead. Okay, so so that's that, and since I'm here, I can also do the it enabled. Yes. So I'll send it immediately, so you can also find it in the chat. And for those who are saying they are not able to access chat, let me show you something you can do. When you go to your Teams on the office.com, when you go to Teams, you will see something like this. So you the first one is activity and the second one is chat. If you click on chat, you can look for this meeting. For example, this is the meeting that you are in. That says day2 secondary teachers. Okay, so right there on the left, it says more options. Those three dots, if you put your cursor on it, it says more options. If you click on it, please unmute right here, because if it's on mute, then you will not be able to chat. So go there and click on this. Okay, let me show you what it looks like when you don't have ability to chat. It will look like this. So it will be saying mute. So if you want to chat, go there and click, and then now it says unmute. Okay, so now you have the ability to chat. I just wanted to show you that because some people are saying they don't have that ability. So again, go to your Teams. Go to your Teams. Please listen, stop giving up. So we have activity and then chat. That's the second item. Click on that icon that says chat. Click on it. And then it brings up all the chats that you're in. The recent one at least. So the last chat that I was in was
Madama, unmute yourself. Andre, unmute yourself. You could be discussing on a different screen, eh? We have been taking through on how to create this breakup group for the list. Those ones we are setting through the coordinators, please. Let me try to reach again through other means.
Bwana Joel, I can hear you. I'm back.
Yeah, the public is requesting that you redo the presentation.
Is that for the chat or what?
Yes, for the chat.
Okay. Excuse me, so I can present my screen again.
Yes.
I'll put it up. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen, and I was saying sometimes you have that problem where you're not part of the chat. So what you can do when you go to Teams, so on Microsoft Office, office.com, so Microsoft Teams, this is how it looks like. I'll use the actual Windows, the browser. So you come to Teams, and I showed you yesterday these 9 dots up here, they take you to all the apps. So I chose Teams as the app. So there's activity at the top. The next item is chat. If you click on chat, it brings up the most recent chat. Okay? So right there it says recent, you click on that, it brings a list of all the recent chats. So for me, what I'm looking for is for today's meeting, which is day 2 secondary teachers RLM training, which is right here. So next to it on the right, if you just put your cursor on there are 3 dots. 365 always has 3 dots that gives you more options. So when you click on more options, you'll see all these options, and normally when you cannot see your chat, right here it's mute. Okay, so right now I'm able to chat because it says unmute. If I go back to this and display what you should see if you cannot access your chat, it should, okay, it's supposed to be X. Yeah, there you go. So now it's crossed out. When it's crossed out like this, it means you're not able to chat. So just click on it, and then to go back to the way it was before, which says unmute. So please check on that for those of you who are not able to chat. That is what I wanted to show you. As you know, when it comes to technology, you learn new things every day. So I learned that just by discovering. So you can go ahead and discover more things and share. Okay. So can I hand you back to Bona Joel? I'll put in the links in the chat, and you can find them there also. Yes, I'm done. I just handed the class back to you.
Thank you. Members, let us applaud Madam Agnes for the good work. Madam Agnes. Thank you. This time, even has a rider on after the Kahoot. Donna Robert. And Robert have the control of the screen.
Yes, I've already stopped presenting.
So we can see your screen. The screen is red. I'm until off the screen. What's that? Yes, please. Yes, we can hear you. We have a request that you please come with your voice.
Hold on, please.
Your voice is a bit strange.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now you can. Okay, good afternoon, Leonard.
Good afternoon to you.
Yesterday we went through the assessment in remote learning, whereby I said that when we are conducting assessment, there are three things that do. One, we do planning, whereby we say that we have a number of things to consider when we are planning. Then from there, we have now the conduction of the assessment and finally communication. But when we are conducting an assessment, we think that we have a number of tools that we can use to conduct an assessment. Whereby I say that we can have the pickers, we can have the poly everywhere, we can have the Mentimeter, we can have the Kahoot. And we were able to go through the Mentimeter and the Kahoot. So, because I can see majority, I'll tell you that we go through the Kahoot, allow me to go through again. Now going to the Kahoot. So yesterday we said that a Mentimeter is like an interaction tool, whereby the use of a gauge is an audience. He or she wants to gather some responses from them. Hello, Joel. Hello, Joel. That you should do is to ensure you have the network, then from there go to the browser. Then once you go to your browser, you should somebody is once you go to your browser, you should sign in into your Mentimeter account. So I'm saying that you should come here and then type Mentimeter. Then from there, once you open out the Mentimeter, when we're saying that for registration it is free, and therefore this is what will appear on the screen, and therefore you should click my presentation. Then once you click on my presentation, we can give it time. Hello.
We can't be able to see your screen.
You can't see it?
Yes.
The only thing connected.
We can see the screen.
You can't see the screen?
No, it's
Check
on.
that.
It has disappeared.
For me, I can't be able to see.
It's coming and going.
Now it's now on.
Yeah.
It's back.
It's visible.
It has disappeared on the side.
Yeah, but we have somebody who is already sharing.
Now I can be able to see it.
Yes, it disappeared.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can
Yes, I can.
Yeah, you can, huh? Okay. I hope you can see the Mentimeter.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, then we say that once you open the Mentimeter, then you say that you create the presentation and then you give a name to your presentation. Again, I'm going to use the same name. I'm going to use the word demo because we are demonstrating on how we can use the Mentimeter. And again, something that we mentioned yesterday, we said that a Mentimeter can be used for any occasion. We say that it can be used for workshops, educational purposes, for training, for meetings, for conference, for events. Then we say that when you want to use it, you have to we say that you can use it to engage your students by letting them participate. That is by use of the mentor as a way of formative. That is a way of conducting formative assessment. Then we say that when you want to use it, for example, for a meeting or maybe training, you can come and enter your notes here. It is being indicated here, slide 1. You can come and enter them here. Then once you're through, click the present. But let's say, for example, you want to conduct maybe an assessment now when you are using it now for educational purposes. Then that you should choose or you should create your question from that is within the Mentimeter site, but from the given types of question types that we have here. For example, here you can see the multiple choice. I don't know whether you can see. Unaona multiple choice mahali?
Yes, na wadi na open ended.
We have the question, we have the ranking, we have the scale. You can any of these depending on the one that you want to use. Yes, then we
Robert, start once again, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Go slow. Just start once again.
I think we are too far. That makes us step on step guide.
Anza tu
lakini sisi hapo mko sawa.
Anza tu.
But allow it to mute. There's a lot of noise. But unmute yourself, please.
The first thing is go to the browser and then you type in Internet account. So I think that if you want to get your browser can type in DB. Then you can click the first one. And from there we see that you click my presentation. And from there you click the new presentation. Then you give it a name. Because we are now getting the new presentation. Maybe we can give it a name, example like day2 training. Then click. Then once you click, we are saying from there you should now create your page from there. Different size. We have on the different size. We have the multiple points.
Practical, ya from course. That's the course.
So it's one that you want. Yes, that with one time form use the multiple points. Then you can now type your question here. I don't know which one. Maybe somebody can give me a question so that I can type. Yeah. Yes. This one. Okay, we can update that. We can update that. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing.
Madam, please switch off your camera. Please switch off your camera.
Okay, the phone is not an even number. Then we can have our answers here. For example, we can have 4, we can have 8, and let's say, for example, 7. Or maybe we can even add another one, which is we can have, for example, let's say 20. Then you can select the correct answer. That is among now the choices that I have here. In this case, the correct answer is 7. Then once you are through, we are saying that you can now present it now to your students, whereby now you click here where it is being indicated present. And I'm hoping you can see where we have the present. Then once you click present, now this is what will appear on your side, but now to the other side of the student, for them now to be able to participate now on this, we think that they go to www.document. This one which appears here. And then they'll be asked to enter the code, where now the code, the one that they are going to enter so that they can be able to participate on answering this, it is this one which is 36691638. So please you can go to www.menti.com and then enter the code 36691638. Then we think that again you can tend to hide the result, not the result, but the answer. That is if you don't want to make them visible. And again, you can be able to see that those who have already participated, for example, I have one person here. Kuna wawili. I have 3. Let's see the kind of answer they are given. Let me make my results visible. The second, if we can have 214 for others, that is, for example, 4, maybe 8, or maybe 20. We have 1. We have 10 here. We have 1. What is it about the Mentimeter? That suppose you end the letter, for example, 5 of them, and let's say we are through with the first one. You just
That
click
bad
here.
cloud noise is disturbing.
Eh? Can you even show the correct answer?
That cloud noise.
The 7 and the 6 Oh, guys, there's a cloud, eh? I'm working on Mentimeter now, okay?
Robert.
Mimi hawa
Bwana Robert.
Simuniambie.
You please repeat
Ile
where
assessment.
I have generated the code, but
I was saying to the other side of the students, they need to put www.mentimeter.com and then they enter the code, which is so you don't give them the code. 91638.
But Robert, kindly, after putting all the answers, question 1, 2, 3, and 4, I've not seen that icon for clicking so that you can select the correct answer.
You have not seen what?
That icon for click to not get the right answer.
No, we have options there. Remember we have 8, 7, and 20. So I don't know, is it that you are not able to see where you can click for the correct answer? What?
Yes, for the teacher. Yes, for the teacher. Back there when you are.
For the teacher.
Yes.
Okay, let me take back there.
Yes, take it back.
On the side of the teacher, I say that if you want to click,
yes, exactly.
As I don't know how you can see the extras here.
Yes.
So we have a small icon that says show the correct answer.
Oh, exactly. Okay, it's okay. I've seen. Yes.
So you have the name with first. So now you go and click now the correct answer. Are we together?
Yes, yes.
Lakini
let us now go to the counter. No. The Kahoot is saying that we go to www.kahoot.com and then we sign up. I'm thinking you can see my screen, eh?
Yes, Jen?
So for the Kahoot, we said that the debit learning platform, and again we say that it can be used at school level, whereby we say that it can be used for any subject and by any age, and again with any device, that is the computer, tablet, or even a smartphone. And then we have the hub for the Kahoot, so if you go to Play Store you can be able to get one. Just write Kahoot, if you go to your Play Store, and then you'll be able to download one, and then you'll be able to participate with this kind of a game, by the way. Then we think that when they are not the student, they are in the so the only person who register is just only the teacher. By now for the teacher, we think that he or she go to www.kahoot.com and then sign up. Then sign up. Then the next step is not to choose whether you are a student or whether you are a teacher. And then from there now you specify whether you work in a school or maybe higher education institution or in a school administration. And then from there the last step is now to sign up. By now you can sign up with either using an email or you can sign up using an existing Google or Microsoft account. So let us go to our browser again. Then from there we type www.kahoot.com. Are we together at that point? Giles?
Yes.
Yes. I'm naharakisha bando.
Uko sawa.
Uko sawa.
This is okay.
We have where if you look side, we have sign up top. I don't know whether you can see it. Yes. That's that one. Then we have the types of accounts. So you can choose one. In this case, remember, we are teachers. Then we describe our place. We are working in a school. And then from there, it's now to sign up. Let me sign up using Google.
I'll be muted.
Okay, let me unmute myself. No, I'm okay. Up to that point, are we yeah.
Yes.
Together.
Yeah.
what's up? Then from there we say, we click here where the big indicator is create. I don't know what you can see it.
Yes.
Then you click there.
Yes.
In fact, it is not different from the Mentimeter. Then once you click create, again we say that you come here where it is being indicated the question type, and I'm hoping you can see it.
We don't think what happened.
Can you see it, the question type?
Yes.
Then we say that you can now create your questions within now the Kahoot site by using different question types that are here, whereby we have the quiz, we have the true or false, we have the type and answer, and then we have the pass. Allow me to use that. That you can set now time. You have the time limit here. You can give it 4 minutes.
What would have happened had you used those other options?
Yeah, you can still use them. You can still use true or false. You can even use the others. We have, for example, this one also, which is here, whereby we can use this one for the, whereby now we can type answer. We can even use this one. Then we think that this is where now we type our question. I don't know whether you can see where my cursor is.
Excuse me.
Yes. You can see.
Okay. I'm trying to log in with my Google account,
Yes.
but I cannot sign up.
If you can.
I'm trying to sign up with my account.
I can't hear you, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, I'm trying to sign up with my Google account, but I can't complete the process. It's asking me to proceed with Microsoft account. Still, when I try, can't go to the end.
What about
Facebook?
Is it possible to let the presenter finish and then you ask all the questions at the end? Because you're interrupting him.
Alright.
Okay, so I think that this is
And
where
then
now
mute yourself, please.
I think this is where now we type our questions, where I have my cursor. And yesterday we end a question on entities. Maybe somebody can give us a question that we can display here. Allow me to use now the one that we have used for the Mentimeter. Then we can type our answers here. We end at 4, 10, F10, and 20. In this case, again, remember 7 is the correct answer. Now we have a small circle which is here, where we have 7. So that's where now you click to make now 7 to be the correct answer. Yeah, not there, but here. Where we have a small circle here, the one which is here. Then, if you want to add another one, you just click here where it is being indicated now, and question. So you can answer the spot one or even a land one depending on the number of questions that you want to have. Eh? Then once you are through, the next step we say that you should come here while the thing is done, and then you click there. So you can click done. Then once you click done, you can give now the title to this. Event type, but it is optional, and then click continue. Then once it's through, you then click where the thing indicated now. But yesterday I used test the Kahoot because I wanted to show you what will appear on my screen and again what will appear on your screen at the same time. So for now, I don't know which one should I click. Let me click the play now icon, and then you see that this game has got two modes. It has the classic mode and it has the team mode. Then it is going to generate a game ID, which now I'm going to share with you. So on your side, you can go to Kahoot, and the white is being indicated play. You click there instead of not clicking. But the student is saying that they don't need to register. The only thing that they need to do is to go to Kahoot and then they click play, whereby now they'll enter the game ID or the game pin. Then the game pin is
Is it possible you go for lunch after the Kahoot process?
We didn't hear you, Robert. Before this screen, I couldn't hear you.
Waiting for the pin.
And then play, enter the pin by
For students, you guys got Kahoot.
Where's Stucky? What's your one now? Stucky.
Robert, you have disappeared.
Please be patient. Let it come back.
Goodness.
Yes. Someone call. Yes.
This one for signing for students. And is asking for creation of an account. A student does not have an account or a Gmail account.
Well, it's better you sign in with one of those accounts. Otherwise, you'll have to create an account, isn't it?
I've already created one and it is working.
For our student?
Mine.
I'm asking, you know the one that you are witness with the teacher. How about
The students just Google Kahoot.
It's almost better, isn't it?
Then
because I remember when there was COVID, see, when in emails, they were asking for the parent emails.
for students.
Yes, sorry.
You just Google Kahoot and then you enter PIN and then play game. They give you the PIN.
You what? Pardon?
Google Kahoot,
yes,
and then play game, and then you wait for the PIN.
This is kids sauti.
You got there play games.
I think I'm lost somewhere.
Google, then play.
Oh, I can see. Yes.
Yes. So
I can suggest something to you, eh?
Okay, I've made mine.
I suggest something, eh? When you next go to class, ask your students. Some of them know about these things. Because when we learned this in class and I came home and I thought I was coming to bring something new, I found that the children already know about Kahoot. Because they're already playing games online on Kahoot.
They don't know.
No, I can assure you, give them a device for 30 minutes and tell them to look for Kahoot. You'll be surprised.
I try tomorrow.
They know these things.
Seriously, try and see.
What was the matrix, please?
So the best thing is to maybe you can use mwalimu.csc email, eh? That way it's linked directly, so that in case you need to save or transfer things, they're already there online.
You know, we are learning this part time. We have never even heard. Some of us have never heard anything about it. So it's better we be taught so that it would be interaction.
Which one? The Kahoot or the 365?
The Kahoot.
The Kahoot. It's okay. I mean, there's always the first time of learning something, but also part of it, the technology self-discovery, isn't it? So that's Kahoot has preloaded quizzes, so that's very helpful for you in your class. Some of the quizzes are already there.
The best thing about using this Kahoot, it has music when playing the game.
Actually, you know, someone
the students is just spending and playing.
Someone said they've been already. Can you go to one of those quizzes and give us so that we play and test it?
Yes.
Can I give you the idea? I've played man. Can I give you an idea?
Yes, give us an ID. Share with an ID. And then play and test it as we wait for our presenter.
32?
Yeah, yes.
55?
55?
208.
208.
Yes, that is the game. Repeat. That is repeat. 32? 55? 208.
Nickname?
The chat, eh?
Nickname?
Just for a
nickname. Your own nickname.
One nickname.
Who is your nickname?
I can see answers. Then, God baby, who?
See your nickname on the screen, yeah.
At the answers.
You will come out.
Whoever was giving us the code, can you share your screen? Let's see if you've been learning. Share your screen, let's see.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, it's what?
News it now.
Right, it's working. Let's go for that.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, like that.
No, your screen is not there.
There's another student talking about lunch.
Are you seeing my screen?
It was start you ask.
No, it is not visible. There is somebody Grace who is
Grace Wagui.
Bwana sitaki. Bwana sitaki at the house.
I think he has gone for lunch.
Watu walienda ranch ama ni nini bana?
Aje ameleta lunch.
Can you see now?
Thank you very much. I see, Manasseh, is that you? Thank you.
This is now.
Is the meeting still on? Can't see one. I'm all out.
You're still here, you're not alone.
You are not alone.
People are answering the questions on that Kahoot.
We are waiting for the feed.
The thing is, there on the screen, 3258.
Yes, it is lunch time.
Timer. No, I said it.
Communication. You can see as people are answering, it's showing on the screen. Who is Stephen Kamau? Someone is trying to unmute me. Cut it off, please. The faster you answer, the more points you get. That's how you earn more points. So let your students know that.
I didn't get the nickname, please. Beef.
Okay, so please, I hope that was a bit clear for the Kahoot. I don't know about your students, but I'm going to give the floor back to Bwana Joel. Bwana Joel, please take over the class.
Anyone who can pray for us to go for lunch?
Let's pray. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Has Robert finished presenting?
I think he has.
Is it
Yes, I think we should go for lunch.
Thank you.